Makingascene.org brings you how NFC turns a merch table into an artist-owned revenue machine. Welcome to this explainer. I am honestly so thrilled to have you here today because we are talking about something absolutely crucial, taking back total control of your music career. If you're an indie artist, you already know the deal, right? Making incredible music is really only half the battle. The other half, it's figuring out how to actually connect with the people who love your sound and, turn that connection into a real, sustainable living. So today, we're unpacking a brilliant strategy laid out by Makingascene.org. It uses just one tiny, super inexpensive piece of technology to literally revolutionize how you build your fan base. Now, I want you to really picture this for a second. The show is over. The lights are up, you're standing there at the merch table, right? And a fan walks up to you, and they are just buzzing. Maybe they laughed, maybe they cried, maybe one specific lyric of yours just hit them right in the chest. That exact moment, that is the absolute golden peak emotional moment an indie artist has. It is real career-building gold. But what do most of us actually do right then? We say, oh, hey, thanks so much. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, find us on Spotify. And just like that, poof, we let them slip right through our fingers. We're literally taking this incredible, real-world, in-person connection and tossing it straight into the digital noise. Section 1, the rented casino problem. Let's look at what's really going wrong here. Okay, let's dive into this, because this brings us to the fundamental flaw of today's digital music platform economy. Now, social media and streaming platforms, they aren't inherently evil, but they've basically trained all of us to build our houses on rented land. There's this fantastic quote from Makingascene.org that hits the nail on the head. They are rented rooms inside someone else's casino. Just think about that for a second. When you send a fan off to a social app or a streaming service, you don't own that room. You definitely don't own the data, and you absolutely don't control what happens next. The algorithm does, the advertisers do. Sure, you might get discovered there, and that's great, but you are constantly at the mercy of platform changes, sudden algorithm updates, and incredibly crowded feeds. And you know the saying, the house always wins.
So what we call the old industry model, it basically has us begging these algorithms for just a scrap of attention. It treats your fans like mere consumers at the end of a long supply chain, and honestly, it reduces real breathing people into vanity metrics, just another stream or another like. But the new artist ecosystem that Makingascene.org maps out, it is a total game changer. It's entirely about building direct doors to your fans. It focuses on permission-based relationships, where the fan genuinely wants to hear from you. It's about empowering yourself with artist-owned data. So you go from shouting into this crowded, super frustrating feed to pulling your fans directly into an ecosystem that you actually own and control.
Section 2, NFC, the magic handshake. Let's talk about the tech that makes this happen.
So, you might be wondering, how do we actually build that direct door from a physical folding merch table straight into your digital ecosystem? Well, we do it with what Makingascene.org beautifully calls the magic handshake. We do it with NFC. Now, if you aren't super tech-oriented, don't worry. NFC simply stands for Near-Field Communication. It's literally the exact same quiet magic that runs Apple Pay or Google Wallet. It just lets two things communicate when they're physically tapped together. And why is this so revolutionary for a merch table? Because it completely eliminates friction. There's no fumbling around trying to type a long web address. There's no searching for your band name only to accidentally follow some DJ in Germany who happens to have the exact same name. They don't even have to open their camera to scan a QR code while awkwardly holding a beer in one hand and your new t-shirt in the other. It is instant.
Think of NFC as a seamless bridge between the physical world and the digital world. Just imagine having a really simple, clean sign right there on your merch table, or maybe a sticker slapped on your guitar case. A fan just taps their phone against it, and boom, they are instantly transported away from the noisy venue and directly to your artist-owned digital doorway, right on your website. No middlemen, no algorithm telling them what to look at next. Just a direct bridge built with a single tap.
Section 3, the fair fan trade. Because trust is everything.
Now here is where the psychology of it all really kicks in. Once they tap and actually cross that bridge, you need their contact information, usually an email. But let's be totally honest here. A fan's inbox, it's basically just a junk drawer with a search bar. To get access to that sacred space, you must offer a truly fair trade. So, the crucial point is, join my mailing list is a terribly weak offer. Nobody wakes up excited to get more generic updates, right? If you want their data, you must offer what Makingascene.org calls the private key. We're talking unreleased live tracks recorded that very night, raw acoustic versions, behind-the-song videos, stem packs, or exclusive digital show stamps. You have to give them a gift they absolutely cannot find by searching YouTube, Spotify, or TikTok. Your pitch shouldn't be subscribe to my newsletter. It should be, hey, tap your phone right here and unlock an exclusive live recording from tonight that only the people in this room can get. Now that is a powerful emotional trade.
Section 4. The 4-email trust sequence. Let's break down what happens next.
Okay, so once you've made that awesome trade, you need a reliable engine to handle the relationship. Because trust me, you do not want to be manually emailing hundreds of people after a gig at 2 a.m. while you're loading out gear. This is exactly where the Making a Scene fan funnel WordPress plugin comes into play. It completely automates the follow-up, but it does it without feeling like some cold corporate spam. I absolutely love this structure. It's a 4-email trust sequence. Just think of it as a little mini narrative of courtship. Step 1, delivery. You instantly send them that exclusive track you promised. You prove right away that you keep your word. Step 2, conversation. About a day later, you send a super simple, plain text email asking a real human question. Something like, hey, did that live version hit for you? Hit reply and tell me. Step 3, reward. If they actually reply, or honestly, just as a fun surprise, you send them another piece of exclusive content just to say thank you. And finally, step 4, invitation. Only now, after you've provided all this immense value, do you invite them deeper into your world. That's when you ask them to buy a vinyl or join your inner fan club. It's generous, it's highly human, and for sure, it works.
Section 5. The Fan Passport System. This is where it gets really smart.
As this new relationship grows, your simple email list, actually, scratch that, it evolves into something way more dynamic than just a list. It becomes a living, breathing memory system, which makingascene.org perfectly refers to as the Fan Passport System. This is all about turning cold metrics back into real, individual people. You see, the Fan Passport remembers the details. It remembers that this specific fan tapped their phone at your Chicago show. It knows they bought a vinyl record last year. It tracks the specific digital stamps they collect from attending your live events. So instead of staring at some sterile dashboard that says you have 500 listeners, you have a database that tells you, oh, Sarah came to the last 3 shows in Atlanta and she really loves my acoustic tracks. You can actually treat them as individuals, and having that knowledge, that is the true bedrock of a sustainable, long-term career.
Section 6. Building your revenue stack. Turning connection into income.
And that brings us right to the action plan. How does this beautiful permission-based relationship actually pay the bills? Well, first, let's look at the hardware, which is surprisingly affordable. You've got options here. Blank NFC stickers are super cheap. They're best used hidden behind your printed merch signs. Then you have on-metal tags. These are specially designed so they don't short out if you stick them onto a metal cash box or your pedal board. And custom-printed cards are just amazing for VIP laminates. Suppliers like GoToTags and SareTag make picking these up super easy. Oh, and here's a massive, crucial producer tip from makingascene.org. Always include a backup QR code on your signs. Some phones are just a bit finicky, or maybe a fan doesn't quite know where the NFC reader actually is on their device. Having a QR code right there ensures literally nobody gets left out. Next up is the software side of things. The Making a Scene fan funnel plugin sits right on your WordPress site. And that's vital, by the way. You want your own website to be the absolute command center of this whole operation. But the cool part is it seamlessly connects to the major email tools you might already be playing around with. Whether you're using MailChimp for basic campaigns, Kajabi for those creator-focused sequences, Brevo for the CRM side of things, or ActiveCampaign for really deep automation, the plugin just smoothly routes your newly captured fan data directly into your workflow, completely safely and securely. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate goal. That initial tap at the merch table, it isn't some cheap, quick cash grab. Not at all. It is the solid foundation of a multi-layered, completely artist-owned revenue stack. Because you now own that direct relationship, you can offer vinyl pre-orders directly to the fans who are most likely to actually buy them. You can host exclusive, ticketed private live streams. You can sell awesome merch bundles without having to pay for algorithmic ads that just eat up all your profits. You can launch paid, recurring memberships. You are literally building multiple, sustainable streams of income, and they all rely entirely on a community that you, the artist, own.
It all starts with the power of one single sticker, one dedicated fan, one simple tap. Listen, you do not need a massive, bloated label budget to start taking total ownership of your career today. You just need to create a direct door and then warmly invite your fans to walk right through it. It's time to stop renting space in someone else's casino and start building your very own ecosystem. So what exclusive key will your fans unlock the very next time they walk up to your merch table? Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on makingascene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry.